Well, hello there. If you're new to the channel, my name is Andrew Michael. I'm a real estate agent and team leader in Northeast Florida, which is the Jacksonville metro area. And today, I am going to answer the most frequently asked questions on Google about Nocatee. Now, if you don't know what Nocatee is, if you live somewhere else, and let's say you're exploring relocating you and your family to Northeast Florida, Nocatee is a large master plan community that we have done several videos on, model tours and all kinds of stuff. And today, I'm going to drive you around the community, and I'm going to answer the most frequently asked questions on Google. So with that out of the way, let's get started. Now, directly in front of me is the spray park at Nocatee. So that is the second of the big amenities. We did a tour of the spray park, and if you want to check that video out, it is down in the description. So, what is one of the most commonly asked questions according to Google about Nocatee? That would be, how far is it to the beach from Nocatee? Well, if you hang out to the end of the video, you'll see, because that's actually where we're going. I'm going to take you down to Michler's Landing. And it looks like it's spelled Michler's, but it's actually Michler's. I don't know if we'll see it or not, but there used to be a sign from one of the people from that family they put out there. It's Michler's, not Michler's. Anyway, to answer that question quickly, though, it's about 10 minutes to get from where we are now, which is the amenity centers in Nocatee. It's about 10 minutes to get from there to the, apologize, this keeps moving. It's about 10 minutes to get from there to the beach, but you will see that as we go. All right, so that is one answer. The next question is, does Nocatee have a beach itself? No, Nocatee does not connect to the ocean. It is in Ponte Vedra. We're going to go over the bridge here in the Ponte Vedra beach in a few minutes. And yeah, so once you get over there, then you get to the beach. But you're about 10 minutes away, depending on where you are. If you're like in Crosswater or one of those other communities on the southern end of Nocatee, it might take you a little bit longer, but it's about 10 minutes to get from Nocatee to the beach. The only place where, not really salt water, it's more brackish water, kind of connects to Nocatee is the kayak launch, which we did a video on that, on our Ultimate Nocatee, you know, all the things you need to know about Nocatee video that we did. That one I actually went and I toured it, so if that's something you want to see, definitely check that video out. But yeah, no, there is no ocean connecting to Nocatee itself. Alright, man, traffic's a lot heavier than it normally is right here. Normally it's pretty quiet, which is why I picked this time of day. Alright. Next up, next most common question, is Ponte Vedra the same as Nocatee? Now, it's not Ponte Vedra, just so you know, it's Ponte Vedra. And the answer to that question is no, and it's no in a couple of different ways. I'll explain. Number one, Nocatee, the majority of Nocatee is in St. Johns County, but there is the northwest corner, you can see on this map, that is actually in Jacksonville. Why does that matter? Well, for one, the taxes are different, and two, probably one of the most important, unless you're retiring here, is that the schools are different. In St. Johns County, they go to the St. Johns County schools, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But if you live in the Duval County section, or Jacksonville, then you go to the Duval County schools. It's up to you to decide which ones you want your children to go to, but that is a difference. So Ponte Vedra is an unincorporated district in St. Johns County. The homes in that section of Nocatee are in Jacksonville. Now, are all of the St. Johns County homes in Nocatee, is that all of Ponte Vedra? And the answer to that again is no. Some communities are actually not part of Nocatee, but they're in Ponte Vedra. So Wells Creek, not Wells Creek, I apologize. Walden Chase, there you go, the different W one. Walden Chase is just outside of Nocatee. In fact, the ladies who work in the Welcome Center were telling me every blue moon, a couple will come, you know, after they buy a home, they bring their little closing documents, they go to the resident services, which is where you're going to go when you buy a home in Nocatee. You go there to, you know, get your ID card so you can ride all the amenities and all that kind of fun stuff. They go there with their stuff, only to find out that they didn't buy a house in Nocatee, therefore they are not eligible to do the amenities. So Walden Chase would be an example, and there's a few other communities too. Now, I would argue that the majority of the St. Johns County, the majority of Ponte Vedra is Nocatee. Not Ponte Vedra Beach, but Ponte Vedra. The majority definitely is. However, not all of it is. Okay. So now we just passed the town center area, and now we are getting up on the parkway. The parkway will take us over to the bridge and into Ponte Vedra Beach. Alright. Oh, by the way, I always ask this in all my videos. Where are you, and what is the weather like? Just always love to hear where our viewers are coming from. So I am obviously in Ponte Vedra. It is 83 degrees, and it is a very rainy day today. It's been hellacious rain the last 2 weeks, which is why I haven't done a video in a while. But cool. So anyway, so post in the chat down below, where are you and what's the weather like? I always like to know that. Also, if there's any questions in this video that you have about, Northeast Florida, Nocatee specifically, whatever it may be, throw it in the thread and I would be more than happy to answer it for you as best I can. Also, if you want to speak with me or one of the agents on my team, our phone number's down below in the comments. You can give us a call, shoot us a text. Unless I'm out filming videos, it'll be me that you deal with. And we would be more than happy to help you make a smooth transition here to Northeast Florida. Alright, next question. How big is Nocatee? Well, I'm going to quote, sorry about that. I'm going to quote the website, the Nocatee website. Nocatee is 25 square miles. Now, within that 25 square miles, there are 10 communities that are still being built and 40 that have already been built. So what does that mean? 40 communities are sold out. The builders are no longer active in those communities. The people own the homes. Can you still move there? Yes, absolutely. We help people all the time purchase resales. As far as new construction goes, there are 10 communities that are still building, and if you wish to purchase new construction, then those 10 communities would be an option. So I guess that gives us 50. Now, there are more communities than that, but I'm only counting ones that you could purchase homes in. For instance, there's assisted living centers. There's one now, and there'll be another one here soon. There's several rental communities, meaning apartment complexes. At some point, by the way, the bridge that we're coming up to right now is the bridge that's going to take us over A1A. So just letting you know, when we come down on the other side, we will be in Ponte Vedra Beach. Cool. And it's kind of funny, as soon as we hit the bridge, the sun came out. Alright, so we talked about how big it is. So you have rental communities, you have other stuff too, but 50 communities that are, and I may be off on that number, I'm pretty sure it's 50. I may be off by 1 or 2. But there's 50 communities that you could actually own a home in, and then there's other communities on top of that. Alright, now I'm going to answer a loaded question. Is Nocatee a good place to raise a family? It depends. It's really kind of hard for me to answer that question because it depends on how you want to raise your family. So I'll describe Nocatee to you, and then I'll let you make that decision whether or not it's a good place to raise your family. If what you're looking for is a strong sense of community, you want shared amenities, you want all of your day-to-day shopping to be located within the master plan community. So you could jump on a golf cart, in most communities, not all, but you might be able to jump on a golf cart and go to the grocery store. You could go to the dry cleaners. You can go get a nice dinner. You can go get fast food. You can go to the bank. You can go to, it's not technically a brewery, but it's a place that sells beer. Good beer stop, I think is what it is. All that stuff within the community. You want shared amenities, for you and your family to enjoy. So when your kids are old enough, they can ride a bike, and you don't have to worry as much because the only people who can go there are other residents. Yeah, so, if that's what you want to raise your family in, then yes, Nocatee is a great place to raise a family. On the flip side, if what you're looking for is, like you want a 1 acre yard, you want to have chickens, you want to have a large garden patch, maybe amenities are not that important to you, meaning you're not going to go use the 3-story zip lines or water slides or any of that kind of fun stuff, Well, okay, if that's not what you want, then Nocatee is probably not for you. And Nocatee, in that case, would not be a great place to raise your family. So, you know, on our team, we don't believe in steering buyers one way or the other. We believe in just providing all of the options, which, by the way, if you're looking to relocate to Northeast Florida, and I'm going to gamble and say that you are because you're watching this video, put together for, and it's got home insurance, frequently asked questions, you know, information about CDDs, you know, all kinds of things that you would need to know before you relocate to Northeast Florida. The link is actually down below in the posted section, just below this video. So click on that link, fill out the information, and it'll be in your inbox. So definitely check that out.